Hello, good morning. My name is Jose Ruizalba. I'm professor of marketing at the University of Westminster. I'm also leading this research group on service research and customer experience. I am very happy to introduce Dr. Marta Mas-Machuca and Dr. Frederic Marimon. Marta has been currently she's the Dean of the Faculty of Business Economics in the Universitat International of Catalunya. And for 6 years, she was the manager of a business unit in consulting company of the Altram Group. She's the principal researcher of research group on quality and innovation, service excellence. And she's part of the scientific committee of the chair in mission-driven leadership and corporate governance at the UIC. Her main areas of research are focused on quality management in the digital platforms and from a strategic point of view. Professor Frederic Marimon, he, as I said, is a professor at Universitat International of Catalunya. He was Pro-Vice Chancellor from 2011 to 2014, and now currently he's Vice Dean of the Economics and Social Sciences Faculty, and also Vice or Pro-Vice Chancellor, again at the university, in charge of plan and quality. His research is focused on management, mainly quality, equality measurement, and services companies. So whenever you're ready, you can start sharing your screen and start the presentation. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, José Luis, for your introduction. It's a pleasure to be here today presenting this research that we are working with, mainly with Frederic Marimon, but also with other faculty members of at WIC here in Barcelona, that also we are working this topic. We are now working, so we are going to present a work in progress. We are working in this research, and we'll be happy to share these initial results and these initial thoughts about trust in generative AI. As José Luis mentioned before, we are working in a research group that it's Quality and Innovation for Service Excellence, that we are more than 10 researchers. And we mainly focus on research of quality management, and also in the last year, we are working in sharing economy digital platforms. And one of the topics that we work more is about the role of the trust in the sharing economy. And because it's relevant in this triadic framework to work in the trust between the peer providers and the platform, and also the user. So among these three actors. And now we are, because of the disruption of this technology of AI that changed all of our daily lives, and also change the ways of work in the workplace. So in this sense, we begin with Fede, with this trust, with this to study how is the impact of generative AI. And for example, we can see this image, okay, about this woman that is working maybe with ChatGPT, and she's not happy, she's worried about the results. Maybe, I don't know if he's contrasting the results of the book that the knowledge that she had, and also the results of the ChatGPT. Maybe she's not happy about the content, about maybe he didn't trust about the results, about the content, or the feelings, the emotions on, we don't know. So it's important to analyze in this sense. We can go ahead in the main agenda, okay? That because also we can find people like also with this image that are very happy, okay, with the use of these AI tools, for example, ChatGPT, that only 1.5 years after his appearance is changing maybe the daily work of this man. So maybe it's interesting to go deeper and to propose some objective, to know the key factors, what is the critical success factors, or which are the theoretical framework that from the academia we can suggest to practitioners, to managers, and how to deal with these tools with the employees, and also the impact of productivity. So this is our agenda, okay? And Fede will interrupt me to enrich the discussion.
Go on. Thank you very much, Marta.
Perfect. And now our research questions are mainly focused about the impact of the use of generative AI in the workplace, in company, in the real work, okay, in our daily work. Specifically, in particular, we want to measure if the relationship, the impact from this use of these new technologies to the productivity of the employee at an individual level and also at organizational level, and also which is the impact of other variables that are relevant in the company, in organizations, like engagement, for example. And also our past experience and our past knowledge about the role of trust. We want to also to know better the role of the trust in the output, okay, in the output, but also in the process, okay, because the trust we can consider so different dimensions as cognitive, but also the trust to the institutional, the organizational level, and also at emotional, because the trust also affects at social level, emotional level, the relation with your colleagues, with your supervisors. So the trust is a very relevant concept to take into account. And also these concepts are arising also to keep in mind all these potential risks, okay? Because there is no regulation, there is some issues that we have to take into account to address this issue. Here we have an affirmation about Davis, that also that we are pretty sure that technology also are changing as organization, the ways that we are working, and also the ways that we are relationship, where our behavior also is changing. Okay, we can go ahead. Okay, just to say that so many years ago, as Keynes also said about that, there is a changing of the population, of the type of employees, okay? So Keynes also suggests that so many years ago, 1 century maybe ago, that just the 15% of working age population also will employed in active jobs. So also it's important to keep in mind this, the role of the sense, the meaning of your job, okay? Why are you working? So now is more relevant as much as possible, mainly more than in the past, to know each employee why they are working, okay? The meaning of their work and also the meaning of their lives. Also so there is a consideration to take into account in order to know, to understand better the role of technology in their works and also in their lives. And also we have some question about the remain 85%, which is the role of. So in this sense, so we can go ahead, okay? So we are going to impact the generative AI tools to facilitate also the acceptance and use in the workplace, okay? So which is the readiness, okay, to use this technology. Second, it's important trust in which meaning, okay? We have the preliminary results, that it's aligned with previous research. And finally, also the analyze which is the role, the relationship about work engagement and employee performance. So Fede, I am working too much.
I will take the word if you don't mind. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, first, good morning to everybody. So happy to be here. Marta was just introducing this very hot topic. I think that all of us are somehow thinking about this. Maybe some of you doing some research about that. That there is a lot of people working on this. So this, what we are presenting today to you, this is a draft of a new paper under construction, but quite developed. And you will see this provides a very broad vision of that. So maybe the main topic is trust in that. As Marta said in the first slide in the presentation slide, this was this girl that looked very worried about the results of the GPT. So this is what we want to try to investigate. So which is the role of trust? But trust is just in the middle of a very complex model, you will see, because we are involving also work engagement, for instance, or readiness, or performance. So that the last, you will see that the last construct of the model. So at the right hand is productivity. So this is which is the role of trust in order to lead to productivity. But in the middle, you will find also work engagement, okay, and user experience. So this is a complex model. Trust is a key construct, but it's very ambitious in this sense, grounded in previous models or theories also, and also some constructs. It's very the grounding is very complex. Okay, so there are, for instance, tier A. So this is really technology readiness index was published 10 years ago by Parasuraman. This is a scale to assess how this is readiness to accept a new technology. Maybe some of you will remember Parasuraman. Because in the last century, in the 80s, he and his team was providing a scale to assess quality in services. But it was before internet, so it's so many years. But after that, he and his team have been launching some new scales. And in this case, it's 10 years ago. This one, I think that is very relevant. It's composed by 4 dimensions, but look at the first one, for instance, optimism. So it's reflecting this positive outlook on technology. So for sure, that optimism or innovativeness, both of them are affecting the user experience. So if you are willingness to use this, or for sure that it will affect the way you are experiencing this, the use in this case of these generative artificial generative tools. So this is one theory that in this case this is not really a theory. Okay, this is a scale that we use. Another one, this is a very classical one, very popular. It has been used in many settings. We have been analyzing lately, so just this year 24 or last year 23, this is also applied in different settings related with artificial intelligence as well. you, I'm sure that you are familiar with this. So at the left side, this is this external variable. Could be using this, let's say ChatGPT, but not only ChatGPT, other tools related with that. And so this is it's affecting. Okay, this easy to use, the usefulness. Okay, there is some behavioral constructs in the middle, and at the end, this is behavior, right? Actual users. Well, so you know this one. So this is and we found some relationships between the previous slides, this one. Okay, well, I am skipping this one. So this is. Oh, well, this is just to so this is very popular in 74, you know, so this is 50 years ago. But it makes sense, right? So the stimulus is affecting something in the people, and after that, it's provoking some response. So this, you could say, at the left side, this is an input, let's say, whatever. Organisms could be a black box. So the process in operations management could be the process, and and in the red side, this is the output. So this is it makes sense. This is this kind of theory. Well, it was proposed by Mehrabian, and it has been used. More things. Maybe we need to speed, or but of course trust. So trust, it's defined by Mayer. So this is seminar. This is a very good article. This one, Mayer. And what is trust? This is this willingness of the consumer, the client, to be vulnerable to someone, to the company. Okay? Expecting that this company, they will act in the best way for yourself. Let's think, for instance, in your bank. Of course, I don't know very much about finance, but I'm sure that this bank is doing the things in the right way, in order to protect my own interests or my benefit and so on. So this is what is trust. So there's a lot of literature about that, and which are the dimensions of that. Marta was saying something about some papers that are analyzing this in depth. But this is mainly is this. So well, everybody knows what is trust, okay? So and there are some questions about this. We will not go on all this list. You can read by yourself, but there are So why this company, will act in the best interest of yourself, no? And so this is a lot of how do you construct trust? It depends on only one of the two parties. So this is the customer and the company, both of them at the same time. And there are maybe some things that it depends on the customer, others from the provider. So well, there is a lot of things that we can go on with this, but just for food of thought. Okay. Yeah, but this is a slide, and the next one. So this is a patient, let's say, in front of her, in this case, a physician. So maybe you are ill, you have some affection, you have any problem with your body, and why are you going to this professional, in this case, this physician? So you trust in her. Why? So because maybe that this physician, this doctor, she has a good reputation, maybe. You know that she has been had succeeded with other patients like yourself. Maybe someone told you about a good history about this physician, whatever. Okay, but you don't know about how to deal with this. So someone who is an expert of that. Okay, and I will relay on her knowledge. The same with some kids with their teacher. Okay, well, so this is the same kind of relationship, or between you and your bank, whatever. Okay, so maybe you don't know exactly about whatever, and you are trusting, in someone else. This is quite more complex, but this is now. So the list of questions that we provided in a couple of slides before, or 3 slides before, maybe I think that this was the first one. And I will not check all the bullet points, but as you see, there are a lot of things that we can go on. Okay, so just for the first question, and the same, I think that there was 6 questions, and you can enlarge this list. So it leads to a flow of things. This is sorry. So this is the 6 questions provided before. Okay, and when you are thinking in specific cases like this one, you can go on with more results. Okay, more about this framework. As I told you before, work engagement is very important in our model. Okay, it takes a good role in our model. So we need to read about in the literature about this. What does it mean? So this is very important. So as Keynes said 100 years before, just now maybe I don't know. I think that it was 85% of our jobs will be redundant. Just to say something. So in this case, what we need to do? Well, in this case, work engagement. We have been analyzing another construct that maybe is previous and corrected with. This is customer engagement. And you will see that work engagement is based in the same analysis of customer engagement. So in customer engagement, you can find some components. I will skip next slide because you can keep or remember this absorption, dedication, and vigor. So it's the same. It's the same that later on is translated to this construct, okay? Work engagement. Okay? This positive, fulfilling. Okay, this is a state of mind. So with this state of mind, that time flies because you are so absorbed with this that that you don't realize that maybe you are working in a particular paper for a couple of hours or 3 hours, and after that you say, oh, wow, what time is it now? Where I am? Because this kind of flow, right? When you are really engaged with this, so this dedication. Well, this is the kind of the dimensions that is. For work engagement. And after that, which is the research model? Well, okay, so maybe, this is just a slide under construction, just to summarize a lot of things that are related here. So this is the dam at the top, the sword in the middle in dark. So this is our proposal. You will see. Okay, but this is grounded, in previous well-known theories or models. In this case, I think that maybe we can talk about a model, not a theory that we are proposing. So with this particular name, so trusting. So this is. Marta, I think maybe you can go on with something. So this is the research model. Marta, if you want.
Perfect.
Because I have
Yes.
been talking
Yes.
for a while.
No, Fede presents very well all the theoretical framework of our research model that we are now seeing. That we had previously this optimism and innovativeness as of tree model, okay, that also justify the user experience of Gen AI. That this is the first two hypotheses after we are looking for the direct effect of user experience to work engagement. And after that, the final output is the employee performance, the productivity of the employee. And in the hypothesis 3 and 4 is the role of trust. Today, we read in the newspaper that the European office are working in the law, in the new law of AI to regulate. And in the news paper, we can read that it aims is to create an environment where AI technologies respect human dignity, rights, and trust. So trust is a very relevant topic also in the law, in the governance. So here we have our research model in particular with all the hypotheses and the variables that we are considering after the justification that Fede is explaining before. Okay. Do you want Fede to explain the questionnaire and go ahead?
Okay, well, yeah, the questionnaire. Well, the questionnaire, but this is a tricky question when you are designing a questionnaire in terms of how long should it be in order to collect reliable, answers. So as a researcher, you want to include a lot of things. So you need a very long questionnaire. Okay, just to get some constructs and more dimensions in each constructs and so on. But at the same time, so the longer, the worse in terms of this getting reliable questions, because it's too long. People are asked the last question, they're tired, and they just put 3 on all of them or whatever. Okay, so in this case, we were based. So you see that the model is very ambitious, as I said before. So trust is in the middle, but there are many constructs, and we need to be sensible in terms of how many questions, how many items. Okay, so we were analyzing this previous literature on all these constructs, and in this case, we decided to go for trust in these 7 items. So you can read it directly. So maybe, as Marta said before,
yes,
this is related in or cognitive dimension, right, and also in organizational, maybe not in the emotional dimension that is also important according to some authors. Okay, but we need to focus. So this is trust composed, and when we analyze this, conducting exploratory factor analysis, I think that the 7 items are collected in 1 factor. So it's very well. This is the questionnaire. The sample, it was launched in December, so 3-4 months ago. So this is the size of the sample. Okay, so you can get robust results.
This sample was collected also by a company that also helped us in order to collect the data, and we are worried about the balance of the sample in terms of gender, in terms of age. Okay, we launched people from 21 years after to 55 years, so we have represented very group of variety of age, and also as education. So in that sense, it's a balanced sample of Spanish employees. Regarding the professional position, they are mainly intermediate and operational position. And regarding the frequency of use, that it's important to highlight that more than the 30 36% use these tools once per day or more, intensely every day. The other 30% is once per week, and 1/3 of them in very few occasions. So also we are balanced in terms of the frequency of use of these tools. And regarding the industry, also we have a high variety of industry and also in departments. In the next slide, we have information about the department. The company size, mainly medium and big companies. At national, mainly national or international, only the 25%. Regarding the tools, mainly the majority, more than the 50%, use frequently the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT was the tool more used for generate new text in the employees. Here you have more specific, more important information about the tools, but the tools are changing a lot. Perfect. This is regarding the sample. And now, Fede, maybe you can go into explain
well, this is, thank you, Marta. The results. Well, I think that we can just comment it in a very general sense, because this is very statistical, very boring, just to show that we made the homework. So this is all these items proceeding with component analysis these days. So the first one, from 3 we get optimism and innovativeness. As you see, for the loads higher than 0.7, so there are the 2 factors clearly as expected. So user experience from the TAM model, so this is merging easy to use and usefulness. Okay, so the US is usefulness, 3 items collected directly from the TAM model, adapted to this setting, of course. I said to you before that the 7 items were collected, not the 7, only 6 out of 7. Okay, then the last one was just maybe in the threshold 1.6. The same with work engagement and performance. So this is very important. Performance is also important because this is what let's say the dependent variable of this model. Okay, so this is in the right side. So this is the output that we want to assess. So this is it works very well. So the factors these are the factors. These are the factors. So this is the reliability analysis based on Cronbach. Okay, compost. So this is the typical work that you do. Okay, assessing also this diagonal where you find the squares of EBA. So everything works as it should. Okay? In terms of this reliability and validity. And this is the model. So it was tested, the technique was same, structural equation modeling, based on covariance. So this is important to highlight that this is based on covariance model, not on variance. So not PLS. So this is, so this at the bottom, left bottom, you see this fit indices, so it fits. CFA is 9. Okay, so you can see that it fits. And once you see that it fits, so the data fits with the model proposed, we now analyze each one of the paths in this model. So our surprise, all of them, all the arrows are significant, all of them, except this one that you see here in red. So it was a concern or an unexpected result, but after that, we can explain a little bit, okay? Because so now next step in our analysis, we are doing this. We are just looking or doing another survey with people that are using this, just to find reasons for that. Okay. So in this case, if from 3 user experience to 4 work engagement, so the relationship is not significant, the direct is not significant, it means that in this case, trust is key, very important. So because here the mediation is a full mediation. Okay, so in order to get through all this path and get performance, employee performance, so trust is in the middle. And it's, as you see in this case, you cannot forget about that, right? So this is, you need to do a real job in order to work on that. So this is very, very relevant. So this is a good finding, or yeah, honestly, we thought in advance, so we expected that the direct relationship would be also significant. It is not in this case. So it provides more importance to, so this is a paramount importance. Okay, so in this model you see again, so that the first questions or research questions that Marta was providing at the beginning are somehow answered in this model, and we need to go deeper in this second part of the analysis. That this is this survey with experts. We are now in this. So, well, again, next, this is the core of the model. Okay, so this mediation, and we have been analyzing well this. Mediation. This is a full mediation between, so you can see the direct and indirect effects. I think that, well, looking just at the model, it's enough. Okay. Well, yeah, according to Thao, what this is, okay, mediation. Well, Marta, I don't know if you want to say, just to conclude a little bit.
Yes, only to conclude to this final results of our this exploratory study. For sure, this we can accept, the hypotheses are accepted, all the initial of the adoption of acceptance of this technology and the use according to tree model and TAN model from Davis 89. So optimism, okay, it's important antecedents, okay, before the user experience of these tools. So it's important this optimism as antecedent of this user experience. After that, the second important conclusion is this full mediation, the importance, the relevance of trust from user experience to engagement at work. So this is a full mediation. There is not direct, as Fede is saying, unexpected results. So to achieve work engagement and after that to increase employee performance, we have to pass. We need trust. Okay, it's the key, this construct. For sure, work engagement are related, impact positively with employee performance, as literature suggests. So for managers, okay, so we have very practical insight recommendations for managers. So it's very relevant to define, to invest, to develop, to cultivate trust. Okay, so it's important to explain very clearly the importance of communication, internal communication, to demonstrate with facts, okay, about reliability and security, maybe these laws, internal process of the company, but also an external ecosystem of this AI, it's important. And also the culture. In second point, the second issue is the culture, the human-centered implication. So this is important, the idea behind that the technology will be very effective when the people, when humans consider that are relevant. So you can take a very excellent technology, but if nobody uses this technology, the technology will provoke a consequence of loss of time and decrease productivity. So it's important, the technology, but take into account the humans, okay, the humans and the integrations. And the last also is that it's important also to take into account this general conceptual framework that we work very carefully all this time. And the last slide is also that Frederic is mentioned that we are also beginning an qualitative a question qualitative one with a small questionnaire with academic expert in order to assess the relation, these main results, in order to confirm this result that we are presenting today. And at the moment, okay, in 3 days, we receive 65 questionnaires. So we are very happy. We can share with you the question. Also, we can share with you some previous articles, and we are very happy because now we have to write, okay, the article. We can finish this confirmatory analysis through this expert survey, but we also are very happy with your questions, with your attention, and we keep in contact, which will be a pleasure. Thank you, José Luis.
Thank you, Marta and Frederic. Very interesting topic. So any questions, comments?
Yes,
Yes.
I have a question. Well, I don't
Yes,
know if
please.
my video is working. Okay.
Yes, we can see you now.
I just wanted to ask, well, first of all, congrats for the work, and I think 250 people is an impressive sample. And I'm just very curious to also know more about how you did this study and the results. And just one quick question for now. How did you measure the employee performance?
Well, Marta, if you want, but thank you very much, Natalia, for being here. I will introduce the audience that Natalia is a student doctoral from the supervisors were Marta and myself. Well, she defended her thesis successfully maybe 3 months ago, right? So congratulations.
Yes.
Okay, Marta, if you want to go on.
No, to measure employee performance, we use a scale, a validated scales, that mainly we can give you the reference, exactly the reference, okay? But it consists of 3 items, okay? 3 items that are, my tasks are complete as the specification and standards, the unit of output meet organizational expectation, my tasks are generally completed on a schedule. So the productivity in terms of that I do my work in the correct way, the quality, in terms of the time, okay? And regarding the expectation of my supervisor, of the organization.
Okay.
And this is a very validated scale that we can give exactly the reference. And it fits very well with the explorative factor analysis. And we are measuring in that terms, in that way, this employee performance. I don't know if Fede will add more information
Sure.
about the scale.
No, right. Yeah, I think that's no. I would like to just taking advantage that you are here. As you know, so we are analyzing. We are very concerned, or we are focusing our research in artificial intelligence, but not only in the paper that we present to you today. So we are also involved in all projects. So for instance, one very interesting in the first steps is assessing how the students at the university are using particularly the ChatGPT. So this is we are in a project, international project. This is led by some Slovenian university. I don't remember which one, Which one? Well, I don't remember, but we are collecting a sample, I think that now is 10,000 questionnaires. And there are 200 universities involved. So our university week is highly involved in this project. Maybe in this sample, we collect, I don't remember, but maybe 1,000 questions. So this is very significant. And we are just at the beginning. So, but the questionnaire was very well designed because we were, 200 professors from every country. So it's very consistent, very robust. The sample will be, so just we are now in this, so we close the collecting phase just now, and we start analyzing this. So, but it's another project related with this, and there are other projects also. Okay, so if any one of you wants to participate in something like related with this, we will be very, very happy.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting. I think we can discuss it maybe because we have another meeting in another time. So yeah, I think I'm interested.
Thank you, Natalia. Yanis, I think you have a question.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the very interesting paper. I really enjoyed it. I would like to ask if you can put the results slide back on, just to clarify a few things. And then I wanted to ask a quick question on how you checked for contextual variables. I mean, the level of familiarity maybe is also related to how other people around those employees are using and they are very familiar with this AI technology, and thus they are affected by their environment. So it's not just about the employee himself or herself, but maybe it's the environment that affecting them a lot in that in the use of AI. So it is a matter of competitiveness for them to catch up compared to the others. Sorry if it sounds like a strange question, but I always like to think both in terms of content and context. Thank you.
Thank you. But is this the slide that you wanted to share, right? So this is the main results.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Marta. It's thank you, Yanis. Really, very interesting topic. So other variables or constructs that may affect all this. You mentioned the influence of people close to the user, right? So this is it's very interesting. I agree that this is key because this is the experience of using the chat or any other tool. So also generating images or whatever. So this affects in a deep way to the user, just maybe at the beginning. So it's impressive. So when you see what it can do, for sure that you are sharing this with your colleagues or at home, maybe with your familiar with you, right? And because this is something very vital, so the experience is deep, and and you share this, and you find that other people maybe are not so optimistic. They see other, let's say, barriers, and on the other hand, other people are extremely also proactive for that. So my experience, so according to you, that when you are talking about this, the reactions of people are completely, let's say, bipolar. So some very favorable and other ones with high concerns about that. And for sure that it may influence all these. So this model is as it is, so it's not. But for sure, maybe in the next step that we're doing now, this surveys just commenting this. we can introduce this kind of line that you are suggesting now.
Yes.
Honestly, I didn't think about that before, but it makes sense. Yeah, Marta, go on.
Yes, I think that also this topic that Yanis has mentioned, that I completely agree that it's important to take into account. It's important to address in a qualitative way with a deep interview, with other method, not with this quantitative method. So it will be interesting also. So we can take into account for future research. And also that it's this, you mentioned this environment, there are different levels of environment. One of them is at organizational level. So in our research, we can suggest a profile of company, big company with a specific department, with a specific number of industry, okay? So we can suggest a profile of person, okay, individual, a profile of individual, or profile of organizational level. But also we can go further. We can go as an industry. We can find some specific industries that the culture, the use of these tools are mostly common use. I don't know how to say. And also at society, because maybe in Europe, the use of these tools are different than in Asia, or in United States, or in Japan, or in China, for example. Sure. So this environment will be addressed at different levels. So at organization level, industry, and I don't know, in more country level. So it's very important to take into account this approach, but opens a lot of new avenues for research, but very interesting to take into account, and step by step we can offer new insights in this.
Thank you very much for your wisdom. That's very nice. Dear Jose, am I allowed to ask one more question?
Yeah, sure.
Only one, two, or three.
No, just one. I'm sorry, I don't want to monopolize it, but it's really interesting to me. I also want to, I don't know, maybe it's not a question, but rather than maybe a thought for future research. In the model that you presented as results, you had the, if I remember correctly now, the readiness and innovation towards user experience and then developing trust. But as in every experience, this can work the other way around, right? The more we use something, the more we trust it, the more ready we are, so there is a reverse effect, as in every habitual behavior of human beings. So maybe there is a feedback loop there that strengthens the whole effect. So maybe that is something interesting to look into the future.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm sure that it works in this way also. Yeah, because the more that you are using this, you have more experience, so you realize that you can trust on this because you have so this is a double, this loop, maybe, and we could extend our analysis just proving this. Yeah, but for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and congratulations. I wish you all the best for the future research. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. And also the role of training, because using this kind of tools requires some kind of training to be more accurate with the prompts. So the more you are confident with the use of the tool, you will get better outcomes, then you will trust more in the tool. I would like to ask you a question with the model. If I'm not wrong, you're using trust as a mediator, and the results were very positive. And I was asking you, maybe for another paper, have you considered using trust as a moderator? Because it would be interesting if you can divide the sample into subgroups to see, for instance, what's happening in the high level of trust subgroup compared with the low level of trust, to see if some kind of relationships are strengthened in that subgroup. I don't know if it's something that you have considered due to the importance of trust.
Marta, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Marta, if you want to
yes, sorry, I lost the connection 1 minute. Okay, so I lost the connection. But I don't know if you are answering the question, but I think that it's very important, this moderation, okay, this moderation of trust. And we can also provide this other model, this variation, because also the role of moderation of trust, also the moderation of the frequency of use, as you mentioned, the training, or as Yanis also mentioned. So also we can measure the moderation of this impact in this link.
Yeah, thank you. I think it would be interesting just to see those who have a higher level of trust, maybe they use more, or maybe the relationship with work engagement is higher. Yeah. New hypotheses can be developed from it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm sure that it will work. It makes sense. So this is not in this model, but yeah, because I think that the model is quite complex. Well, there are 6 constructs, or how many, and so many arrows. But yeah, sure, we can add this.
Okay, do we have any other question, comment, suggestion for them? No? Okay, so just to let you know that this will be uploaded on YouTube. And yes, to wish you the best of luck with the paper. Hopefully you have a good publication soon.
Thank you very much, everybody. So
yes, thank you very much for your useful comments. We will add in our research.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So have a good day, and goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.